Ayurveda, Jamnagar, Gujarat. Sir, once again, I welcome you for the presentation on the topic Ethno-medicinal plants of Tamil Nadu used in Siddha and Ayurveda. Sir, I welcome you for the session.
Vanakkam, namaskar. Just a moment. Dr. Sunil, please switch off your video and audio, please. Dr. Sunil. Dr. Sunil. Dr. Sunil.
Yeah, I'm not able to share the screen because.
Yeah. Just a minute. I think Dr. Sunil. Okay. Dr. Sunil.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please switch off your screen.
Switch off.
Video.
Okay, 1 minute, sir.
Close down your PPT and.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Please switch off your video also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Is it okay, sir?
Yeah, it was nice. Please, we will discuss later.
Okay, sir.
Please switch off the video. Okay. Sir, I think you can continue, sir.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes,
sir. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Vanakkam and namaskar to all. I think it's a bit late. It's going on late, so I will finish it very fastly. A very good evening to everybody. So today my topic is ethno-medicinal plants of Tamil Nadu used in Siddha and Ayurveda. I am Dr. D. Arvind, Assistant Professor of Medicinal Plants in Department of Medicinal Botany, National Institute of Siddha in Chennai. So I thank Dr. Ajayan and the organizers for hosting this a good webinar, international webinar on Ayurvedic ethno-medicinal plants. So the ethnobotany of Tamil Nadu. Plants have been used as medicines for thousands of years. India is one among the 12 mega biodiversity centers with the 2 hotspots of biodiversity, one in the northeastern Himalayan region and another one is the Western Ghats. The ethno-medical practices and health traditions of Siddha, Ayurveda are inseparable. The contribution of Tamil Nadu ethnobotanical knowledge is huge and they are notable throughout the world. The noteworthy medicinal plant sites in Tamil Nadu are Kalakkadu Mundandurai Reserve, it is called as a KMTR, Satyamangalam Reserve Forest, Nilgiris, Palni Hills, Sadragiri Hills, Suruli Hills, Kanjamalai, Kolli Hills, Pachaimalai, Varusanadu, and some more hills are also there. So straightly, I shall go to the subject, I shall go to the slides showing some common plants used in Siddha and Ayurveda combined with ethnobotanical usage. So first one is Aigil marmelos, that is Bilva or Vilvam in Tamil from the Rutaceae family. Here in the leaves, people are using these leaves, leaf powder for varicose veins. In most of the regions of Tamil Nadu, the leaf powder is used for diabetes, and as well as I have observed, they are using this root powder, leaf powder for varicose, for curing, for in the treatment of varicose veins. Because the rutin, one glucoside is present in the leaves, this rutin has enhancing the rutin has a property to enhance the microcapillary circulation. So I think it may be the causative factor for curing this varicose veins, I think. Next one is Tinospora cardifolia, that is a guduchi or seendil. In Siddha, we call it a seendil, and in Ayurveda, it is a guduchi. So a lot of gilainocytes, tinosporocytes are there in the stem and the leaves. By people in Vellore area, they use these leaves, guduchu leaves, for cardiac diseases. Some patchy leaves are used for alleviating these cardiac diseases. Apart from diabetes mellitus, the leaves are also used in cardiac diseases. Aristolochia indica, this is called Iswaramuli or Iswari. from Aristolochiaceae family. Here aristolochic acid, isoflurone are present. The roots and leaves are used against snakebite poisoning. Cassia auriculata, this is Avartaki or Avara in Tamil. Here a lot of polyphenols are present, lot of flavonoids. Here Avara Panjangam. Panjangam means the 5 parts: flower, leaf, roots, bark, and all 5 parts of the plant are used. The polyphenols present in this plant is the main thing here. And this dodecannoic acid, N-hexadecanoic acid is also a good acids for the brain development. The tea made from the flowers are used for diabetes and as well as to low the high blood pressure. Abutulan indicum, this is called a tutti in Tamil or Paniyara tutti. It is called as Adipala in Ayurveda. Here tocopherol, vitamin E content is in an enormous amount in these leaves. So these leaves are fried in a castor oil and they are applied on the external pile mass to shrink off. And these leaves are fried with groundnut oil and it is taken as an aphrodisiac food. Coralocorpus epigaeus, this is called Akasa Garudan in Tamil, and the Padala Garudi or Padala Garuda in Ayurveda. So the tuber, the root tuber is used as in a medicine, in ethno medicine and in Ayurveda and Siddha. The root tuber, a bulky root is used as a medicine. Here a bitter substance called bryonin is present. This tuber is chopped off and made into a powder. This powder is made into decoction in snakebite poisoning, and this powder is taken as such with water for psoriasis. And this one is called as a southern Pashana Beda. It is called a Sirupila in Tamil and Gorax Ganja in Ayurveda. It is a Airva lanata from Amaranthaceae family. The leaves are used as a green and it is cooked and eaten. The flowers are used in kidney stones. They act as a lithotriptic. The root is employed against the snakebite poisoning. Aerosites, airvolanine, and airwine are the chemical constituents present in this plant. Mictanthus arbotristis Linn. This is a Paulamalli or Parijata from Oleaceae family. So arbotristocytes A and B are the main glycosides present in this tree, small tree. The leaf decoction is given in high fevers for all sorts of viral fevers, for rheumatic fevers, for sciatica, for all types of fevers. This leaf decoction is given. Pistia striatus. This is called Ahaya Tamarai or Andhara Tamarai in Tamil, and in Ayurveda it is called as a Jalakumbi or Kumbi from Araceae family. They float on the water. It has a lot of phytosterols and rich in potassium, calcium, and other magnesium and other minerals. So these leaves are fried in castor oil and they are applied in external pile mass. So that pile mass will shrink and it withers away. This is called a Kushmanda or Sarkarai Pusani. The seeds are used as a teenicide. So by taking 20 to 25 seeds, it will kill the tapeworms inside our intestines. So mainly this pumpkin seed oil is also used, and the pumpkin seeds are chewed as such. The 20 seeds are chewed in one time, and they are used to kill tapeworms, and it acts as a teenicide. Due to the presence of cucurbitacins and fatty fixed oils are present in the seed, so it kills the tapeworm. This is Vasambu or Acorus calamus, Vacha in Ayurveda. The beta-acerone part is the main thing. This beta-acerone is the poisonous and teratogenic chemical, lactone. But due to this beta part only, this our Indian Vacha is highly medicinal. In European Vacha, this beta part is not there. Only acerone is present. So what we do, this rhizome, these Vacha rhizomes are purified by letting it in the ghee lamp. So after letting it in the ghee lamp, then mixing it with the honey, this beta part will be purified. So this toxic beta part will be purified. And other volatile oils are also present. It acts as an insect repellent. And in the storage of in medicinal storage and in food storage, these vacha rhizomes are placed to prevent the pest attack, aphids and the pest attack. Citrullus colocynthis scadder, Lynn scadder. This is called Varicumaticai or Thumaticai. In Ayurveda, it is Indravaruni from Cucurbitaceae family. It spreads along the ground and it has yellow fruits. So here also cucurbitacin, a bitter glycoside, cucurbitacin is present. The citrulline one alkaloid is there and a lot of bitter resins. So due to this bitter resins and the cucurbitacin, it is highly bitter in taste. It has anthelmintic in property. And these fruits are sliced and they are roasted in the coconut oil or gingerly oil. And the same oil is used in alopecia, in fungal infection, in alopecia areata, or in tinea infections. They are giving good results. In a lot of villages, in Tamil Nadu villages, the people are using this hair oil for hair growth in the alopecia areata areas. Carica papaya, this is a papali or Aerunda karkadi from Caricaceae family. Apart from the fruits and in the leaves and it has a papain and a chyma papain and a lot of bitter resins are there. So this leaf juices are taken internally to increase the platelet count in certain viral fevers. So during the dengue season, this papaya leaves are highly used. Cisalpinia crista, this is called Gajakai or Kalarchikai or Kuberaksha from Cisalpinaceae family. This is a thorny straggler, straggling plant. The seeds are used as a medicine. Bondicin is a bitter glycoside present in the seeds. It has antipyretic. It alleviates the fever. It has anti-malarial and anti-filarial activity also. This seed powder is taken for ovarian cyst or tumor and for prostate tumor also. So, so many people, they are taking it for prostate enlargement. And this is Cisalpinia crista seeds. The Elephantobus scaber, this is called as a Gojigva. Though Gojigva in Ayurveda is some controversial one, this plant is also identified as a Gojigva, and in Tamil it is called Anichuvadu. So like a feet of the elephant, this plant is spread on the ground. So it is called as Anichuvadu. Here DET, that deoxyelephantopen one chemical is there. So this chemical is useful in memory cancer, and the people from Periyakulam, hilly areas, they are using it for memory cancer, for any tumor, benign or any types of memory tumor, they are using this plant. They use externally as well as internally also. Justicia adatora, this is a Vasa or Adatode from Acanthaceae family. Vasicine is the alkaloid, major alkaloid present in the leaves of this plant. It has anti-tubercular activity and anti-asthmatic activity. It has a bronchodilating property also. This Adadare Kudinir in Siddha preparation, it is very much highly useful in alleviating the asthma. And this leaf decoction or a simple leaf decoction is also used to increase the platelet count and to prevent menorrhagia. It is a very good in preventing menorrhagia. The Hediotis umbellata, this is called imbural in Tamil and Rajana in Ayurveda. The roots are called as a chayavir because one alizarin dye is present in these roots. And other components are anthraquinones, arsolic acid, stigmasterol, beta-cytosterol, and it cures the hemoptysis, the blood coming out from the lungs. It cures the hemoptysis and also hematemesis also. The root decoction is administered for all types of hemorrhages, for any type of internal hemorrhage or external hemorrhage, for nostril hemorrhages. This Hediotis umbellata or this Rajana or imbural root is employed. Gymnema silvestri, it is a Madhunashani or Sirugurinja. So the leaves are used against diabetes. Gymnemic acid is present in the leaves. And moreover, some people in Salem districts and in Kolli Hills, the people are using these leaves and the roots against poisonous bites for snake bite poisoning. They are using this root and the leaves. Morea koiniji, this is a ordinary daily day-to-day use Karipatta or Krishna Nimba or Karivembu. This is a very simple plant, but a highly effective plant. It is a very nutritious plant also. The volatile oils present in this plant, they provide all the therapeutic activity, and other alkaloids, this Girinimbine, Mahanimbine, Koinimbine are also present here. It is a very good atheroprotective for all types of cardiac diseases. The volatile oils, they prevent the heart, and it acts as a liver tonic also. In local traditions, people used to boil these Karipata leaves in coconut oil, and they use for hair growth. So it is a very good used in hair growth oils, and it is a very good heart tonic. Cinnamomum verum, it is called lavanga pattai or pattai. These are all. This is also used in daily cooking. The cinnamaldehyde and the eugenol are the main components present in this bark. It is also called as a Ceylon lavanga pattai or a Ceylon bark. It improves the blood circulation. So it is the cinnamon tea is a very popular thing throughout the world, and it cures the chronic headache due to improving of the blood circulation. I think it is curing the chronic headache also. Mimosa pudica, this is called Lajjalu or Tottal Siningi or Tottar Surungi. So if you touch this plant, it will reduce its leaves, it will shrink its leaves. That is called the Tottar Surungi or touch me not plant from Mimosaceae family. Mimosine is the main alkaloid present throughout this plant. The leaves and roots are used in medicine. The roots are used in diabetes mellitus, and these leaves are used, and the leaf decoction is used in the neurogenic bladder. Due to some neuro problems, the bladder will not function properly, and some retention of urine will be there, and the dribbling of urine or incontinence of urine. And for benign prostate hypertrophy also, this Tottar Surungi or Mimosa pudica is highly beneficial. Nigella sativa, this is a Karan Jeeragam or Krishna Jeerak from Ranunculaceae family. The thymoquinone present in the seeds have a hypoglycemic activity, or it is used to lower the higher blood glucose level. It is used in vitiligo also, and for other skin diseases also it is used. And the Muslims, Musalmans, they use this Nigella sativa in a very extensive manner. It is said to be a very holy herb in Muslim community. Andrographis paniculata, it is called Nilavembu in Tamil and Kalmeg in Ayurveda. The andrographoloid is the very bitter substance. It is called, it may be called as a king of bitters. And the leaves and roots are used as an antidote in poisonous bites. Some people, they call it a Sirianangai, but the Sirianangai is a different plant. But instead of a Sirianangai, they are using this plant as a Sirianangai to treat poisonous snake bites. And this plant is very well documented in the increase of platelet counts during this chikungunya and dengue-like fevers. Calotropis gigantea, white variety. This is called a Vellirukku or a Svetarka from Asclepidaceae family. Calotropine and the calotropins are present in this plant. The petals, white petals with pepper, are used in the poisonous bites, and this formulation is used as an anti-asthmatic. Polygala chinensis, this is original Sirianangai. I am not the Ayurvedic name. I am not knowing about this. But this Sirianangai root is used to treat snake bite poisoning. Leucus aspera, this is these leaf and roots are used in the snake bite poisoning, and these flowers are put it in the sesame oil, and they put it in Suryapuda. After filtering that sesame oil is instilled in the nose for sinusitis and migraine. Periscope bike calculator, this is called a Sadayoti or a Kakajanga. These roots are used against snake bite, and these leaves, they are used to heal the cut injuries. They will join the cut injuries immediately, soon. Cocculus hirsutus, this is called a Jaljamani, and in Tamil it is called as a Kattukudi from Menispermaceae family. The smashed leaves in water forms a gel. It is used in the genitourinary diseases, and the root is used in the snake bite. Eclipta alba, this is a Karusale or Bringaraj. The whole plant is used in a snake bite poisoning. It has a nicotine, ecliptine, and a vedololactone. Adenanthera pavonina, it is called as a Raktagunja or Anekundri in Tamil. It has a robinetin, dihydrorobinetin, chalcone, butane, ampelopsin. It checks the hemorrhages from the genital organs. Morinda tinctoria, it is called as a Nuna. Morindin is the main chemical present in this plant. The fruits, they resemble the polycystic ovaries. So people in Dharmaburi districts, they are using these fruits to cure polycystic ovaries. Delonic salata, this is called a Vada Narayanan, and it is called as a Siddheswara from Cisalpinaceae family. D-aspergine is the chemical present in this bark of this tree and the flower of this tree. It has anti-rheumatic properties. Flowers made as a chutney are used for joint pains. Withania somnifera, fruits are used as anti-diabetic medicines. And the Cymbopogon citratus, this is called a lemongrass, and in Tamil it is called as a Elumichambul from Poaceae family. Citral is the aromatic component present in this plant. It has anti-malarial activity. This aromatic grass is added in tea to treat malarial fevers. Armocarpum cernoides, this is called as the Elumbu tea. It is used externally and internally for the union of fractured bones. It is used in lumbago and the sciatica also. Borhavia diffusa, it is called the Mucuratai, and the Punarnava from Nitaginaceae family. Punarnovoside is the main glycoside present in this plant. This plant is used for stunted growth and anemia. It is a growth promoting plant. Sida cardifolia, it is a Kurundutti or Rajabala. It is called as a Rajabala from Malvaceae family. The root has ephedrine, pseudoephedrine, hyperforein.
Okay.
This root powder is taken with milk, and it is used for weak eyesight. Vernonia cinerea, this Naichatti or Sagadevi, it is used to promote the eyesight. Vernonia cinerea, it is called as a Sagadevi and Naichatti. And Carissa corundus, it is called as a Kalapu or Karamarda from Apocynaceae family. These flowers are used in cataract and in all eye diseases. So ethnomedicinal plants, the medicinal plants form an integral part of human life, serving as food and medicine. WHO states that more than 80% of human population depend upon the medicinal plants or traditional medicine for primary health care. The oral medico-botanical information or traditions must be documented by Ayush professionals. We have the responsibility to conserve the biodiversity of medicinal plants for future generations, thus sustaining our native medical systems. I thank the great Siddhas and Ayurveda Acharyas for being in this medical system. My thanks to Dr. Ajay, Department of Dravyaguna Vinyanam, Ashtangam Ayurveda Vidyapidam, and all the organizers of this international webinar. I thank our director, Professor Dr. Meena Kumari, National Institute of Siddha, Ministry of Ayush, for our continuous support. I thank Dr. Balamurugan from Government Aringaranna Hospital of Indian Medicine for the reference to this international seminar. Thank you, one and all. Namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Nia Randeep. Dr. Nia Randeep is currently working as a scientist in AK Natural Ingredients Private Limited, Alua, Ernakulam. Ma'am received her degree from Amrita School of Ayurveda and PG on Dravyaguna Vijnana from Government Ayurveda College, Tripunithura. Ma'am, I once